House, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.
Once we got that top floor, we're ready to seed, or do you like to start your seeds inside still and then transplant them out to your garden?
Well, because we live in Arizona, my next thing I always want to talk about is water.
Okay.
I mean, making sure we get a good water source. And what we like to do is for our raised beds, we create a water blanket. And a water blanket, really, it's a grid of slow release watering system. So it's basically a drip irrigation system that we make a grid out of it across the entire thing. So we essentially create a square foot garden kind of grid, but it's slowly releasing that water into the soil evenly across the entire bed. And one of the main reasons we do that is to make sure that our soil moisture is consistent, so it stays compressed against the sides of the bed, and we don't end up with a lot of people have, is that they'll have a faster watering system. I mean, there's some new ones out there, the grid system. It's actually called the grid. And that watering system, it sprays water super fast into the centers of this square foot grid. But it's so much water, you're only putting it on for like 1 minute. Because if you put it in for too much, it's going to be way too much water. But the edges typically still dry. And when the edge is dry and you got that much volume of water going on it, the water just goes to the edges and goes right down the sides. And so we like to do more of a slow release type watering system so that soil from the inside out kind of swells out and holds that moisture. And then we can water for like 15 minutes, but it's a slow 1 gallon per hour from each of these emitters, and it deeply waters the entire bed. So we want it to go down 18 inches every time it waters, and it'll soak in nice and slow. So that's an important piece of the puzzle. The other cool part about that is that as the plant grows, if you're using a spray watering system, the spray will be blocked by the plant, and so your entire garden bed won't be watered. It's only portions of it will be. So that's a key piece. Make sure it's automated as well. Raised beds are notorious for drying out fast. And so you need to be able to set a schedule, because you don't want to be out there 4 times a day in the hottest part of the year. You want it to just be able to do its watering and put it on a timer and let it roll. So watering important.
Rosie on the House, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.